Major Slack Videos.
Hey, welcome back to MajorSlackVideos. If for stuff for easy Elden Ring gameplay, you don't need to get good, you just need to get slack. And here we are. This is the Starscourge Radahn boss fight, an absolutely hellacious boss fight. It takes place in that arena there, and you have a whole bunch of summons available for you. Like about half a dozen guys are going to help you out. And it's just a matter of hitting up their summon signs and getting them into the fight at the right time and in the right way. And they're pretty much indicated by these ghostly banners that you see. See those banners there? Go to one of those banners. That's the first main one right there. And you'll find summon signs and or ammunition, like for example those great arrows, those special great arrows that they give you. But that won't be applicable because we don't have the great bow. Okay, so it's basically the summons. And as soon as we get in the arena, he's going to be bombarding us with meteors non-stop, and they'll wipe you out in 2 hits. 2 hits and you're done if you don't block them. You can block them. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is use Scholar's Shield, and we're going to go in, and you can get him to stop throwing meteors by simply retreating far enough close to the shore here. Alright, so you get close enough to the shore. I think it's that point right there. See that bit of debris right there in the center of the screen? Once you go past that bit of debris, or it might be over there, he'll just simply stop. He'll be way up on the top of the hill, and you'll just be out of range, and he'll stop throwing meteors at you. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to get him to stop throwing meteors at you. So basically you have time to think and time to breathe, and you don't have to do everything in a panic. Next, you're going to rush forward, and you're going to summon your first 3 summons, which are going to be, I believe, it's at this banner right here. You're going to rush forward and hit up those 3 summons. Alright, now they're all activated, and at this point you're going to switch over to your rock sling and retreat a little bit, and he's going to be advancing quickly, and he's going to engage your summons. So that's going to be your big window of opportunity to bombard him with rock slings. You should be able to get about 10 rock slings in before he figures out that, hey, wait a minute, these summons are not the problem, you are the problem. But by that time you'll have him have his health halfway down, at which point he goes into phase 2. So if you're lucky, and this strategy, it's pretty solid. I tried it a number of times. It's pretty solid. What's going to happen is after you get his health halfway down, he's going to shoot up in the air. All right, and then you're going to get on your horse and gallop to the top of the hill, and he's going to eventually come shooting down as a shooting star, which if it hits you will pretty much kill you instantly. So as the shooting star is coming down, you're going to be watching as you're galloping towards the top of the hill, right? And you're going to see the whole landscape like lighten up because of the shooting star. And just before it hits the ground, you're going to double jump with your horse, and that'll avoid any damage taken by the shooting star if he happens to be close enough. Once you get to the top of the hill, you're going to have a whole bunch of other summon signs. Your guys will probably be dead by now. There's a whole bunch of other summon signs. By the way, you can call them again, okay? As soon as your summons die, you can just find new summon signs and call them up again. So there's going to be like half a dozen summon signs at the very top of the hill. That's the very best place to go. You can go up to the top of the hill, and there's going to be a whole bunch of debris here at the top of the hill. So what you want to do is crash your horse through the debris at the top of the hill. That will make sure that once you summon all the summons, they won't get stuck behind the debris. And meanwhile, Radahn's going to be down here, and all your summons are going to be working their way down the hill towards Radahn. Meanwhile, he's going to be in phase 2, where he has like these kind of like multiple rock slings, which he's going to be launching at you, which are really deadly, but you can block them. But the best thing to do is just simply stay behind the hill until your guys get down and engage Radahn. And then it's just the same thing. Go up, get close enough, bombard him with rock sling, and Bob's your uncle. He's dead. Alright? Now I'm going to attempt to do this. I've got a number of runs that I did with no commentary. Test this strategy solid, like many times. It's really solid. I'm going to attempt to do this with live commentary. If it doesn't work out well, I'll just show you the no commentary runs, and I'll dub in the commentary. Alright? So we want to start off with Scholar's Shield, and your shield up. Alright? Flask of Wondrous Physic, which is loaded up with Strength, not Crystal Tier, and Dexterity, or Intelligence, not Crystal Tier. Scholar's Shield. Switch to Rock Sling right away so you don't have to do it later. But keep your shield up. Go in. As soon as the screen goes black, pull back on the joystick, run away. And you're watching him, and here it comes. Turn around, block, and you'll take very little damage, but you will get knocked over. And as soon as you go past that thing right there, that's pretty much the trigger line that will stop him from throwing his meteors at you. See, now he's completely stopped. Alright, so now we're going for this. See this banner here? We're going for those summons right there. Get on your horse, gallop towards it. And usually I like to get out the horse because I find it kind of finicky to hit the summon signs on the horse. And they're easy. It's not going to be shooting at us. Off the horse. Hit up these 3 summons quickly now. Back away. And target him as he's approaching. And you probably get this little... that thing right there. Just get rid of that. And start bombarding with Rock Sling. Watch your FP bar. And he's targeted me. If this happens, get on your horse. Run away. And if he continues to target you... okay, it's good now. Get off your horse, target him again. More Rock Sling. Keep bombarding with Rock Sling. And he's going into the second phase. Get on your horse. Ignore your guys. Immediately charge to the top of the hill towards the east. Here it comes. Double jump. That'll avoid any damage in case he's too close. There's like the shooting star. Keep galloping towards the top of the hill. Do not change the strategy. Just go straight to the top of the hill. When you get to the top of the hill, crash through all the debris. Crash through all the debris. Okay? Get off your horse. Hit up all these summons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get behind the hill. So that if he shoots his Rock Sling crap, it won't hit you. You can even put up your shield just in case. And just wait and see what happens. And the guy you're going to watch is Alexander, the jar. Okay? He's the key. Once he gets close enough and engages, that's your cue. It looks pretty safe, so I'm going to go back to Rock Sling. Here comes that crap there. And we're good. So let's get close. Target him. Jump over that stuff if it comes at you. And Rock Sling. Keep approaching if your Rock Sling is not doing anything because you're out of range. But just get just close enough that you're doing damage. And that's it. There you go. That was textbook. There you go. Thumbs up for the Slackster for doing it to live commentary. Alright. Yeah, that was pretty much textbook. And that shooting star will land in Mistwood, and it will open up a whole new area called Nokron, the Eternal City. And we're definitely going there later. But that's what just happened. It opens up this big crater in the ground. Pardon me. Sorry, just had breakfast. So and that's going to be marked on the map by a red mark as indicated. Okay. There it is. Starfall crater. Alright? Go there and you got a whole new area to explore called Nokron the Eternal City, and I can show you about that later. For now, we have the run of the place. You could, if you're playing as an archer, you definitely want to grab these Radahn spears. These only work with the grape bow, but the game gives you 20 of them, I believe. A batch of 4, a batch of 6, and a batch of 10 over here. So 20 great spears that you can use with the great bow. And if you want to know how to get the great bow, check out my samurai walkthrough over my other channel, Major Slack Attack. Link in the video description to my samurai walkthrough, the playlist. And I just did that run actually to get the great bow. One of the recent videos I did. Okay, and we have a site of grace here, and we have Blythe to talk to. This will take you back to the front gate of Redmane Castle. And let's talk to Blythe. Blythe, my man. Good fight.
What a sick way to fight, eh, mate? The glory of the clash is shared by Radahn and you, and then a falling star right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radahn was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend, if ever I saw one.
Okay.
Well, it's time I left. The wheel of fate has been set into motion. If it's on the cards, I'd be glad to meet again. You are a fine warrior.
Alright, thank you. And that's good, because that will free up Blythe for the Randy quest line. So now that's all in effect. Alright, so there you go. I think I'm going to edit in my no commentary runs anyways and dub in some commentary just to show you that this strategy is not a fluke. I've done it a number of times. And to show you, to prepare you for certain contingencies. And I did a run where you use the exact same strategy and I did not have Godric's Great Rune activated, meaning that all my stats were 5 points lower. You can still use the exact same strategy. The only thing that changes is that you won't be able to use the brass shield because it requires strength 16. But because you have the strength not crystal tier, as soon as you take your Flask of Wondrous Physic, you'll be able to use that shield for the first 3 minutes, and that's all you need it for. So you can use this exact same strategy with no rune arcs. So if you burn through all your rune arcs and you no longer have Godric's Great Rune activated, you can still use the same strategy. Let me just touch upon a few other things. Rotten Breath seems to be everybody's favorite way of taking them down. I'm going to be featuring that over on my Samurai walkthrough. Once again, I'm going to be featuring 3 different ways of taking them down. One is with the Great Bow and Rain of Arrows, which is fantastic. That's absolutely my favorite way of taking them down. And Rotten Breath, and the third method was just go apeshit melee on the horse, which is pretty good. It's actually pretty good. The whole trick where you go down to the shore after you use Rotten Breath, and then you go down to the shore right close to the water line, just before his second phase, and then get him to come after you so that he's aggroing you during his second phase. I think it's right about here. And you stand here, and then when he becomes a shooting star and he comes down and slams into the ground, you can get him to slam into the water instead, which will completely eliminate the second phase. I've never been able to do that. I tried it a number of times. I find it's more trouble than it's worth. The big problem here is I play exclusively offline. So if you're playing online, you're going to have a whole bunch of messages showing you the exact spot where you have to stand in order to get Starscourge Radahn plunk into the water when he goes into his second phase. The only videos I've seen of anybody doing that successfully for some odd reason the guy had his compass turned off. So he was saying, go to this exact spot here, and you know, it's hard to like, you know, find exactly what he was talking about. So I would like use the messages that people leave, you know, an online version, as a key to find that exact spot. I'm not even sure it still works. Maybe they patched it out. That's another thing why I don't really want to touch that at all. It just seems a little too glitchy, and it seems like something they would eventually patch out. So I'm not going to rely on that at all, or put it into the walkthrough. Okay, I think they're eventually going to patch that out. Anyways, it's really finicky. Okay, so that's it. Let me roll the other clips there showing you my no commentary runs. Okay, here we go. Here's my first no commentary run. It's the exact same strategy, just to prove that it's not a fluke. Classical Wondrous Physic. Scholar Shield. As soon as you go in, well, as soon as right after you activate the waygate, pull back on the joystick or run away. Like, press those buttons right now, okay, so that you're running away immediately. You hit the ground running, and you're watching very carefully. When that meteorite pops, turn around and block. And once you go past that little three-pronged debris there on the left, you're pretty much safe. Okay, so now we're going to run up and activate the first 3 summons. And like I said, I like to do it while dismounted because it's a lot easier. I find it very finicky to try to do this on the horse. Activate them and then pull away. And if this is your first time around, you're going to get a gesture offer too. You're going to get ready to, there it is right there, the casual greeting gesture. And bombard him with Rock Sling. Don't wait. Don't wait wait for him to react. He's going to engage your guys. Pretty much 100%. And you see him clap his swords together like that, he may be coming for you. So I always roll away whenever I see him clap his swords together like that. And then just keep going. As soon as your FP bottoms out, refill. Keep going till more than half his health is down. And usually I just keep pummeling him anyways, because even if he's going to go into second phase imminently, you can get a lot of damage in before he kicks into second phase. I can see he's down to almost 1/4 of his health left. And now, head to the top of the hill. Even though you're seeing, yeah, get ready to jump. Double jump when the meteorite lands, or the shooting star lands. That will make sure that you don't take any damage if the shooting star lands close to you. And go to the top of the hill. And I know I'm passing a lot of summons on the way, but this is the best strategy. Go to the very top of the hill. Crash through all the debris so that you guys don't get stuck once you summon them. And then summon everybody here. Now you got like a whole army heading down towards Radahn. And then get behind the hill, so if he shoots that meteorite stuff, it'll hit the hill instead of you. And you could, you know, use Scholar's Shield again. Get your shield ready to go while you're waiting for you guys to engage. And like I said, they usually use Alexander as a gauge. As soon as he gets close, start bombarding with Rock Sling. Largely because Alexander is the easiest one to see at a distance. And there you go, pretty much textbook. Like I said, it's a solid strategy. Pretty much works every time. Now, there are some contingencies. And I'm going to show you a couple of other runs to help you deal with these contingencies. This is what you do if Radahn, for some reason, decides to target you instead of your guys. This typically happens in the second phase when you're at the top of the hill. Occasionally it happens in the first phase. Okay, and when you're watching in the distance, whenever you see that little meteorite, it kind of like pops in the distance, like kind of like a flash. That's when you know it's on the way. So at that point, you turn around, block, and you'll take very little damage. Okay, so I'm going to set out these 3 guys here. Okay, now the first part of this one run went textbook. So when I got to the top of the hill, that he decided to target me relentlessly. He may do that down here too. It's the same strategy. Basically, you're going to get on your horse, put a little distance between you and him, and then turn around and run straight at him. Why, Slack? Because what happens, so here's another thing. If he does this little gravitas attack and he sucks you towards him, just roll away. Immediately. And there, I've got him into the second phase. So whenever he goes in the second phase, shoot to the top of the hill. Here he comes, double jump just before he lands, just in case. And the reason why you want to run straight at him is if he starts chasing you, it's going to go on perpetually. Because what's happened is he's chasing you and your summons are chasing him. And they can never catch up to him. So he's always going to target you if you just continually run away from him. So what you want to do, I'm going to show it right here. What to do. And I forgot to do one summons, that's okay. And now I know he's on me. He's going after... what's his face there? Whenever you see that little wave there, you can double jump over it. Okay, now he's after me. See, now I went straight at him. Why? Because now it will drag him into my guys who are chasing him. And he didn't buy it the first time, so just rinse and repeat. Go straight at him. Double jump when you get near him to kind of like escape any damage, and it will drag him into your guys. And eventually he'll engage them. Instead of like running away perpetually, like I said, it's going to go on forever because he's chasing you and your guys are chasing him and they'll never catch up. So you're going to always have him on your ass. The only solution is to double back and run straight at him. And basically just double jump as you're passing by him and you pretty much escape all damage that he tries to, like, you know, do on you as you're passing him by. And then once you've got him engaged with your summons again, rock sling, and down he goes. It's that simple. Okay, it works every time. Keep your head about you and you'll do fine. And here's the run I did with Godric's Great Rune deactivated. Okay, as you see in the top left corner of the screen, Godric's Great Rune is not activated. I purposely died so that, and I didn't fill it with another rune arc. And just to show you this exact same strategy can be done even if all your attributes are 5 points lower. So here comes the meteor. Block it. And like I said, if you take the Flask of Wondrous Physics, you'll be able to use the shield for the first 3 minutes. And then rush up. Hit up all the summons. Retreat a little bit, not too much, because you want your rock sling to hit him as soon as he gets within range. As soon as he gets that over that little rise there. Like, this is probably a little too far back. Yeah, you see it's not taking damage, so I had to approach. There you go. There's a kind of like a sweet spot where you're just out of range of his gravitas attack, but also within range of using your rock sling. That's the sweet spot you gotta find with regards to how far away to be from him. And now I knew he was gonna like go into the second phase, so I just immediately got on my horse without waiting. I could have done some more rock slings, but it looked like he was gonna come after me. Double jump. And up to the very top of the hill. Crash through all the debris. Free up all my guys. And activate everybody. Okay, and I'm just hanging out behind the hill, behind this debris. Just in case. And I got nailed anyways as soon as I popped my head up. don't forget you can block that stuff. As deadly as it looks, those like multiple rock sling thingies, and that you can jump over. I just blew it. I couldn't pull it off in time. There you go. So, no hardcore slacker left behind. That's it. That's my Radahn boss fight strategy. I want to thank you all very much for watching it. If you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, stuff like that there, and I'll see you next time for some more Elden Ring. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.